What is SheRea? What's up? Back with another video. In this video, we'll be going over my natural hair regimen and the routines I'll be using to help me to grow out this heat damage, y'all. Y'all may not see the heat damage, but I do have heat damage. I talked about it in my previous video. If you haven't seen that video, you can definitely check it out in the cards. So all the products I'll be using to help me maintain my hair, retain length. I will list a whole bunch of products. I'm definitely not suggesting that you need a whole bunch of products to have healthy natural hair. I'm not telling you to buy these products. I'm not telling you you need these products. I'm just sharing information. Do what you want, okay? Buy what you want. I am just sharing. If you only use shea butter and water, if you only use water and grease, that's good for you. I go through products, I use products, and I also, this is my job, right? Like, it is my job to try and test products. Most of you do not need all these products. I definitely don't think you should have all these products in your stash. As a creator, I like testing things, but even as just a natural hair lover and aficionado, I just like finding what's new. There's always a better product out there. And I can't switch my man every week, but I can switch my products every week, and it gives me a little rush, you know? I mean, I can switch my man every week. But anyway, if you are new here and you've never seen my face, but you like my face, definitely be sure to subscribe so you can stick around. Give this video a thumbs up. A like goes such a long way to support my channel. Like I said before, I will link everything that I mentioned today. If you want to pick something up, again, I'm not pressuring you. If you do want to pick something up, I always encourage you to click a link and save a life. It does help to support my channel. It keeps content like this coming, and I would love you forever. With my natural hair routine, I always start with a pre-poo. I know pre-pooing isn't for everybody, but it's for me. There was a time in my natural hair journey where I didn't pre-poo, but I found the most benefits to my hair. And now, so in the past, I would use pre-poos as like a pre-treatment. I would apply heat and everything, and I would still go in with a deep conditioner and apply heat again. I don't do that anymore. I don't think there's necessarily anything wrong with doing that. I just don't have the time, energy, and mental space for that. So now I just use a pre-poo to detangle my hair. As someone that has fine textured hair, detangling my hair before I get into the shower helps to reduce tangles. It helps to reduce knots. Now I honestly just use cheapy conditioner. At this moment in time in my life, I just don't really have the capacity to do a whole bunch. So I just go in with cheapy conditioners. Right now I have the Sleek and Smooth conditioner for frizzy dry hair. This is a Garnier Fructis dupe from Walmart. This is the Equate Beauty line, but it basically is just a dupe of the Garnier Fructis Slick and Shine, which has been a long-standing product line in the Garnier Fructis lineup. But yeah, I can't speak on this product because I haven't used it. I use it in one little section, but it doesn't really count. But I use any cheapy conditioner. I've used the Dippity Doo conditioner, the Aussie Curls conditioner. I think this was like $3 for 34 fluid ounces. It's like insane how much conditioner you get. And I can slather it on. I can be liberal with it. So any huge tub of conditioner is what I've just been using now. Nothing super duper fancy at all. But we haven't entirely given up on our DIYs. I still use Ayurvedic herbs to make spritzes. I just don't want to deal with the mess right now of doing like full Ayurvedic masks. I will get back to that. I definitely feel like there's so much benefit for incorporating Ayurveda in this season of my life, in this current moment. I just don't and can't do the full mask, but I still make spritzes by just boiling some distilled water with some Ayurvedic herbs. The one I'm using right now, I have some moringa. I love moringa. I have a really good DIY using moringa, and honestly, mostly all of these herbs already. I will link my DIY playlist. I used to be a huge DIY girl on YouTube, probably how a lot of y'all found me. I have some marshmallow root powder. This gives my hair a lot of slip and a lot of moisture as well. Aloe vera powder also gives my hair a lot of moisture. It also gives your hair a lot of slip. Then lastly, I have some amla powder. Amla powder is great for making your hair darker. It helps to strengthen your hair, soften your hair. Amla powder is one of my favorite Ayurvedic herbs. Amla is the first Ayurvedic powder I ever used, and many years ago, like back back in 2012. First powder I ever used. Still use it to this day. Highly recommend it. So these are just some of the herbs I'm using. What my routine looks like is at first I'll go in with an Ayurvedic spritz on my hair just to soften my hair, loosen any tangles. Then I'll go in on top with raw coconut oil. I've been talking about raw coconut oil in many of my latest videos. This is just like an old container. I decanted it into this container. It's done wonders for adding slip to my hair, helping with moisture retention, length retention. Super fan of coconut oil. And then I'll go in with a conditioner. That's what my pre-poo process looks like today. Now let's go into shampoos. I'm a shampoo girl now, which may come as a surprise to a lot of y'all, because I used to do a lot of co-washing, a lot of clay washing back in the day. That's not to say that I'm not gonna go back to clay washes and co-washes, but just in this season, in this moment of my life, I am a shampoo girl. And I do find shampoos that work really good on my hair without tangling my hair, causing my hair to break. So that's what we're doing right now in this moment. I use a lot of oil on my hair. I use a lot of serum, as I've talked about before on my channel, and I gotta make sure I'm getting the gunk off. So in my previous video, I talked about using the Way Detox shampoo. I did use that shampoo once after that video, and the first time I tried it, when I had a sample, I really liked it. But that actual like container, it felt really stripping on my hair. I don't know if it was just that particular wash day, but it didn't entice me to go and try it again. So I haven't. I've been using another shampoo ever since then, and it's the K18 Peptide Prep Detox Shampoo. I'm sure you all have heard about K18 and you've heard about this shampoo. This shampoo is worth all the hype. It is expensive, but it's so good. This is the shampoo that I use in my wash day video. If you haven't seen that video, you can check it out. But I just love how this cleans my hair. It gets everything off, but it doesn't strip my hair down. I know a lot of y'all like that stripped off feeling, and maybe that's why y'all bald. I'm just kidding. You can get your hair clean and clarified without it tangling, without it knotting on itself. That is possible, and it's through this shampoo. I love the K18 Detox Shampoo. It's the only clarifying shampoo I've used over the last 6 and 7 months. This is the only clarifying shampoo I've used. I know y'all think I use a whole lot of products, so I'm switching things up. There are products that I use very consistently, and this product is that product. I should have said this before, but I'll say it now. I use 3 different types of shampoo. I use a clarifying shampoo, I use a moisturizing shampoo, and I use a balancing shampoo, a regular shampoo that's somewhere in the middle. For my maintenance shampoo, I use the Olaplex number 4. In my previous video, I had the bigger size, so this is just the 3.3 fluid ounce size. I did have an 8 fluid ounce size that I wanted to use up. I actually eventually gave that away to one of my friends. She needed shampoo, and as an influencer, I get so many products, so I just decided to gift her or to rehome that shampoo because I knew I had a smaller one, and I have so many products. I was able to just give her the bigger one, and I kept the smaller one, but I'm still actively using Olaplex number 4. It's just not the exact same product, if that makes sense. I think I'm halfway done this one, but I've used this so consistently. Like when it comes to my cleansers, I've been super consistent with them. I've used Olaplex number 4 so much this year. I've always loved this shampoo from first use, but I don't know if it's just my hair has changed or just using it has improved my hair or whatever, but my hair loves this product like it never has loved it before. It feels so good on my hair now. It always felt good, but now it feels amazing, incredible. So Olaplex number 4 is a go-to product, one that I've used consistently over the last 6 or 7 months, and I will continue to use it and use it up. When it comes to my moisturizing shampoo, it should be no surprise. I've been talking about this since my last video, but I haven't quite used it up. Even though I use this consistently, I think at least once a month. You need so little of this, and I never say that, but a little goes a long way when it comes to the Sacred Hydrating Shampoo. If you try no other product from Sacred, I mean, the lights are too bright. That's why I'm not even showing the products. I'm just saying the products and I will link them. But This is a Sacred shampoo. I bought this back last year, and it's still going strong. It is getting low. I can feel it being much lighter. I probably still have a million uses left, but it is like closer to the bottom. When I say it is so softening, so smoothing, it feels rich, it feels luxurious. It's not cheap and it doesn't feel cheap. It just makes my hair look and feel luxurious. Like, look at my hair, y'all. Like, let's be for real. Highly recommend this shampoo. If you try no other shampoo that I mentioned today, you gotta try this. But this is almost finished, so I do have like a backup because I do these videos like every 6 months, every 9 months, once a year. So I'm pretty sure I'm gonna use this product up, and I've been kind of obsessed and not wanting to put this product down. This is the Ceremonia Guava Damage Repair Shampoo. This was sent to me in PR, so was the Olaplex. But honestly, whether it's sent to me in PR, sometimes I just don't say it, not because I'm trying to hide anything, but my experience is my experience. My honest thoughts are my honest thoughts, whether I buy them or not. So even if I don't mention if something is in PR, just know I'm always gonna keep it real. I'm not gonna lie for products. Don't ever think that just because I get a free product, I'm going to lie. But this was love at first use. Like, ask the girls in the Insider Tea. I raved about this shampoo since the very first time I used it. I've used it 2 or 3 other times since then. I keep wanting to use it because it's like a very loosey-goosey, childish consistency, but you don't need a lot. It just melts into the hair. You can detangle your hair with it because it's so slippery. It's probably the slipperiest shampoo I've ever used. Like, I thought the Sacred was slippery. Nah, this even got Sacred beat when it comes to the slipperiness, the slip on it. I don't know. I'm tired. It's late. In terms of the slip, it even got Sacred beat. But in terms of which one I like more, honestly, I like them both. If you can try them both eventually, I definitely think you should. It's definitely the best shampoo I've tried, the best brand new shampoo I've tried of 2025. Like, when I think of like top products of 2025, yup, yup, and I'm not lying. Like, it's that good. If something can make my favorites, make my natural hair favorites, y'all know it's tea, and that is tea. Now let's move on to rinse out conditioners. Now, in the past, rinse outs were not something I use very often, and it's still pretty much the same thing. I mostly use rinse out conditioners for pre-poos, but sometimes I use rinse out conditioners after, like, let's say an Olaplex treatment to restore some moisture, after a protein treatment or some elasticizing treatment. So I like keeping rinse out conditioners on hand. Even though I don't use them every single wash day, I do use them probably like once a month. First being also from Ceremonia. I've used this product one time and I did like it, but I really can't speak too much about it. This is their damage repair conditioner, and these products smell, I don't think they smell like guava. You know, I'm an island girl, so I know what guava really smells like. It doesn't smell like authentic guava, but it smells sweet. It smells delicious. Like, these Ceremonia products smell so damn good. I'm so glad they sent it to me so I could try them, because I did want to try Ceremonia, but I probably wasn't going to try them for several years, honestly, because I have so many products. But because they sent them to me, I'm able to use them. This is the Pantene Keratin and Vitamin E conditioner. I purchased this conditioner and the shampoo because one of y'all said in the comments that these products remind you of Sacred, especially the shampoo. And honestly, I don't agree. I think Sacred is a very unique experience. It's an experience that I've never really felt or been introduced to in other products. So I won't say that these Pantene products are anything like Sacred. I feel like that's a reach, honestly. I used the shampoo once, never touched it again. I used this like once or twice, never really touched it. It was cool, but I don't think anything really stuck out to me. I will try it again as a rinse out conditioner, and if it doesn't work that way, I will use it as a pre-poo. When products don't work for me in a traditional sense of how they're marketed, I tend to use them as pre-poos to use them up. And then lastly, for rinse out conditioners, this is actually the Pattern Heavy Conditioner. But sister, I hate the packaging on pattern conditioners. They're so thick, it's hard to squeeze them out of the tubes. And once you're in the shower, ain't nobody got time for all that squeezing and pressing and hoopla, okay? So I decanted it into a jar just to make it easier for me. You know, jars do suck in the shower, but this was a better alternative than dealing with the tube. I still have quite a bit of it left. I think Pattern somehow changed their formula. So y'all know I tried Pattern many years ago, back in the day when they first came out. I will link that video down below. And I didn't really like any of the products besides like the edge control. I think I gave every other product away besides the edge control. And the person I gave those products to threw them all away. But I think Pattern has reformulated their products since then. They've refined them because the heavy conditioner has a lot more moisture. It's still thick and gloopy. Like I tried using it as a pre-poo, way too thick for me. You have to use this with a lot of water. I think that's why I didn't like it initially, because I used it on damp hair like I use all my deep conditioners. I wouldn't use this on a deep conditioner just because I do not apply deep conditioners in that way. That doesn't work for me. But as a rinse out conditioner using tons of water, I actually think it does make my hair really feel good until it's time to go in with like a leave-in or whatever. So far I actually like this conditioner. Now whether it's going to be a staple, I'll definitely let you know. I've only tried it like one time as a rinse out conditioner and like one attempt at a pre-poo. So I still have more testing to do, but the last time I used this, my hair was so soft. It was soft when I applied it, soft when I rinsed it out, and even after drying my hair down for 30 minutes, my hair was buku soft. So far I'm liking this. Now whether I will continue to use it, that will be determined. I do have a better appreciation for Pattern products than I have when they first came out, because yikes. Let's go into treatments. I don't treat my hair as much as I used to because I only wash my hair every week and a half, sometimes like every 2 weeks, but mostly every week and a half. Before, I used to wash my hair diligently every single week, so I use a lot of products. I went through deep conditioners and treatments a lot faster than I do now, so I only have a few to mention. So let's talk about deep conditioner. I actually have two of these, but I just brought one out, and it is the Ceremonia Damage Repair Deep Conditioner. This was also sent to me in PR with the other Ceremonia products. Hopefully I do like this product, but I can't speak to it. So far I've had pretty good to decent experiences with Ceremonia, so I do have high hopes for that. So that's my deep conditioner. Of course, I have my bond repair. I do alternate every wash day between a moisture deep conditioner and then a bond builder, and that's why I don't really use moisture protein balancing deep conditioners as much as I used to back in my old routine or back in the day, because I incorporate bond repair now. Before the onset of bond repair, you know, moisture protein balance conditioners were supposed to be the things that were strengthening your hair and moisturizing your hair at the same time. I use bond repair products for that now, and I think they're way more effective than just using a moisture protein balancing product. That's just my opinion. I really do think bond repair is not only good for strengthening the hair, but also for moisture retention. I talked about that in my previous video as well. But I'm going to be using K18. This is actually my second salon size of K18. I just prefer Olaplex. Olaplex is my bond repair treatment of choice. I'm going to use K18 for the foreseeable future. Maybe my thoughts will change about it. And then as a protein treatment, I still do protein treatments. I don't think protein treatments can replace bond repair products, and I don't think that bond repair products can replace protein treatments. This is Ashtay. This is a fortifier treatment. It's very much like ApHogee. It's a salon-only product. If you have a recommendation for a good protein treatment, you found a replacement for ApHogee, or you found a replacement for Botanica the Mender, let me know down below, because I'm still looking for a good protein treatment. Because once this is gone, I'm not going to repurchase this. So once I deep condition my hair, I allow my hair to dry down for 30 minutes. I used to do an hour. That's definitely changed just for not having enough time, honestly. I do prefer doing an hour, but I just can't wait for my hair to dry down that long anymore. I'm still growing hair. It's still shiny and beautiful, so obviously it's not harming my hair. I do sometimes, if I can, I do an hour, but mostly 30 minutes just because I got shit to do. Then I go in with a leave-in conditioner, but I always, at least for the last, I think since March, I've been going in first, like consistently. I've been doing this consistently. I've been doing this for maybe a year and a half. But consistently with this product, I go in with a primer, like a priming bond product. I've talked about using this. I've also used the Fenty Comeback Kid as a primer. We Dad had like this priming product I use. I've used some other products that are not coming to mind right now, but mostly I use the Living Proof. The only con about this is the price. Y'all see I have two of them. This one I'm using right now. I probably get like 5 or 6 uses per bottle. Not the best, but still not bad for 1.5 fluid ounces, okay? This has definitely helped with the moisture retention in my hair, the smoothness, the softness of my hair. So I always go in with a bonding product that just works for my fine hair. I love this product. We'll keep buying it. I've gone through, I can't even count the amount of Living Proof triple bond complexes I've gone through over the last 2 years or so. So love that product down, and will continue to use it despite the price. And now for my traditional leave-ins, I have several, because leave-ins are probably the products that I go through the most, because I use leave-ins obviously on wash day, and then sometimes I also use them to refresh my hair as well. So I have a few leave-ins in front of me. Let's talk about the one that's really almost gone. This is the Mizani 25 Miracle Milk. I bought this because everyone really raves about this, especially like the salon stylist community, folks that like salon quality products. This was just okay for me. I have it in my hair today, and my hair does feel soft. This is day 2, and it's okay. It's not amazing. It's not something I will repurchase. As like a dupe product to Mizani, to Perology. I also tried the Perology leave-in on recommendation of one of my favorite YouTubers, Abby Young. I used it offline in the Insider Tea. Didn't really like that leave-in, but before I found out I didn't like it because I have a problem, I purchased the L'Oreal Everpure Moisture 21-in-1. It's supposed to be a dupe, like I said, to Mizani, to Perology, and I've only used it a few times. Like, I've used it several times, but it's actually halfway done, but I can't really remember how I feel about it, so I don't have much thoughts. I mostly use it like just to spritz my hair to refresh it, but I want to use it on clean hair to see if the moisture lasts. Speaking of liquidy leave-ins, I have a brand new one. I haven't used it yet. This was given to me at a YouTube event. I went to the YouTube Summer House with Alexis. I posted on Instagram. If you're not following me on Instagram, definitely do so. I haven't been posting on YouTube, but I post a lot on my stories. Not so much on my feed, but on stories. I post on Instagram stories multiple times a week. So if you're missing me, missing my face, and you're on Instagram, definitely check me out over there. I'm also SheRea DelSol on Instagram. I got the Fenty Hair, the Water Boy, which is their newer leave-in. It probably came out several months ago. This is so ironic. I'm on Fenty's PR list when it comes to skincare and makeup. I am not on their PR list when it comes to hair. Yes, I was sent the initial launch, but any of the other launches or anything after that, I have not received anything from Fenty. And I probably only got that box because I reached out to Fenty Hair directly to send me that box. But I'm not on the Fenty Hair PR list, and I find it ironic because I built my following, especially on YouTube, on my hair. But the stuff that I get from Fenty is non-niche products. It's so ironic and almost disturbing. Like, you pour your heart into something, but you really don't get anything back. I probably did one of the most amazing Fenty reviews on YouTube, and for naught. But I'm not salty. And lastly, for leave-ins, is the Pattern Palo Santo leave-in conditioner. This is another product that I think Pattern reformulated or refined, because when I first used this product many years ago, I absolutely hated it. I don't know if my hair has changed or the formula has changed. I feel like it's the formula, because this is way better. I can get moisture with this for like a week. So the moisture is definitely there when it comes to this product, but unfortunately it flakes on me. Alexis, that used to love the original leave-in, also finds that it flakes now. It could just be that our hair is oily, dirty, and coated in product, as some of y'all say, but both of us get flakes, and I'm sure other people get flakes too. I do like that it defines your hair, so it's moisturizing and actually gives your hair definition on its own. It's a really good leave-in. I just wish it didn't flake. It would have been probably a staple if it didn't have that flaking issue. Maybe I'll try it with another mousse, because I've only tried it with its mousse. Maybe the two aren't combining well, but this leave-in was almost a favorite. I'm really glad I was able to revisit Pattern. This was sent to me in PR, because I wasn't gonna buy it with my own money based on my experience spending like over $100 a few years ago and hating almost everything. But I'm glad that I am in this space and I'm able to try products, revisit lines and brands, because I can change my opinion. I'm the kind of person, I will admit when I'm wrong. You know, there's some products that I said it was trash and I still think it's trash, but then there's other products where I'm like, was this trash? Is this different? I'm glad I'm able to revisit stuff. But even though like I have experiences like Fenty where I feel like disregarded and ignored and overlooked, you know, a brand like Pattern, I was able to get, maybe not on their PR list, but sometimes I get their PR and I'm able to try products and share it with you. And that's a beautiful thing too. So thank you, Pattern, for sending this to me, and almost amazing. Not quite, but almost. We are winding down, I promise you. It's a lot of products, but also I'm trying to explain as I go, offering some insight about my routine as well as the products. Hopefully you're still here. If you're still here, drop a heart emoji, because you're my heart and I love you so much. Let's go into oils and serums. Silicone serums are amazing. I raved about silicone serums in my previous video, so I'm not gonna do so. First being the JK Hair, what's it called? The hair taming system. This is their serum. I talked about this in a vlog like 2 years ago. I was sponsored by this brand. I haven't used this product since, not because I didn't like it, just because I have a lot of products. But I refound it in my stash and I was like, wait, I love this. And now that I'm using silicone serums religiously now, I can't wait to use this consistently. I'm excited because I really enjoyed this when I was blowing out my hair, interested to see how it's going to work on my curly hair. And then my second serum is the OGX coconut oil. I actually used it for this twist out, and honestly I wasn't a huge fan of it. I much prefer some other serums. I've also tried this as a pre-poo, because the reason I bought this is because Abby Young uses this as a pre-poo on dry hair, and because I'd be trying to act like a white woman, I'm just kidding, but I really do love her recommendations. Even though she's a white woman with straight hair, I think she has solid recommendations. She was the one that put me on to the Living Proof Triple Bond Complex, but she uses this on dry hair. I tried it out, didn't really work for me. I tried that like a year ago. I'll keep playing with it, but so far it's not a love for me, but that can change. I'm always willing to try products multiple ways, especially when they're already in my stash. We'll see. Now for scalp serums, that's not something I really use as much, but I was sent two in PR and I want to try them out, and I've heard good things, especially about one of them. This is the Living Proof Scalp Repair Density Serum. Folks have said that this has helped to restore their edges. Now I've always had struggle edges. Some of y'all think that my edges have now thinned out over time, or like all of a sudden I have bad edges, like what is going on, you need to see a doctor, blah blah blah. No, it just depends on the lighting, depends on the angle, if you're able to see my edges. I've always had struggle edges, you just haven't always been able to see them, just the way I style my hair. Acton Acre cold pressed stem cell scalp serum is also supposed to help promote hair growth. This is what this looks like. Honestly, it kind of looks like the same dang product, does it not? Like, this looks like the same product. Lastly, we have our stylers, and y'all know I use gel and I use mousse. I also used moisturizing cream, but I don't have any more moisturizing cream, so I just used up the Kinky Tresses mango butter. I still love that, okay? It's been 4 years. 5 years. So I used that product for the first time, I think in 2020 or 2019 or something. Years later, I still love the Kinky Tresses. I still love the Kinky Tresses moisture butter. I still think it's amazing. I shed a thug tear when I used it up. Still love that. I will link it down below. I will also leave my discount code down below. I think it's BCLH15. In my previous video, I talked about the Comet Biologics Amlan Olive Heavy Cream. Still love that. Still think it's amazing. I haven't repurchased it just because I've been using other products in my stash, using the Kinky Tresses, for instance. But now I'm completely out of my moisturizing creams. I'm thinking about picking up the TGIN buttercream because I've heard such amazing things throughout the years. If you have a favorite moisturizer or like a thick, heavy buttercream that you like, definitely let me know. I'm willing to try it. Let's talk about the two mousses that I have. First being the InnerSense mousse. I mentioned this in the last video and I haven't played with it very much. I did play with it recently and I have some updated thoughts. It got this Elmer's glue consistency and it was sticky and goopy and white. I think this is the type of product that you like do 1 or 2 pumps and just glaze it over your hair. This is the most difficult mousse I've ever used. It has a huge learning curve. I have 2 of them. I have 2 of them, so I'm going to continue to use it, but if you have used this and you have tried this, let me know how you use it. I know a lot of people use it for wash and goes. I don't see myself doing that. I just don't at all. And another mousse, this one is almost done. I probably have like 1 more use. So I do have the pattern mousse. This is the Palo Santo one. This is just the mini size. I actually just used up the full size of the original scent. I actually really do love the pattern mousse. I will say that the pattern mousse is my favorite product from Pattern. Last product we're going to talk about is the Pattern Styling Custard. This will be my gel that I'll be using on my hair to maintain my ends. I do love how slippery it is. It's like a really slippery gel. It has like some of the best slip of a gel I've ever experienced. I do love the slip. I do love the moisture from it. I just wish it had a little bit more hold, but I'm going to play with it and see if my opinion on it changes. I think it has potential, but we will definitely see. But yeah, y'all, that is the end of this video. These are all the products that I'm planning to actively use and incorporate into my healthy hair care routine. If you have any questions about these products or any questions about the steps in my healthy hair care routine, definitely let me know and I'll definitely answer. But I thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you so much for being here. Let me know what you want to see next and I'll talk to y'all later. Bye y'all. Mwah.